Ever stood in your kitchen, juggling multiple dishes, only to realize something always gets overcooked while something else stays underdone? That small frustration builds up more than you think. Today, we fix that feeling. Welcome to my channel, where we break down the top 5 best rated double oven gas range essentials that bring back control, speed, and confidence to your everyday cooking. Check the links below for full details. At number 5 is Allstare 19.1 liter. There's a quiet problem in many kitchens that most people don't even notice at first. It's not the recipe, not the ingredients. It's the surface you're cooking on. When heat spreads unevenly, everything becomes a guessing game. One side cooks too fast, the other lags behind, and suddenly your entire meal feels out of sync. That's exactly where the Allstare 19.1 cast iron griddle enters the picture. It doesn't try to look flashy or overcomplicated. Instead, it focuses on something far more important: stability. The moment you place it on your stove, you can feel the difference in weight alone. It sits solid, grounded, almost like it becomes part of your cooking setup rather than just an accessory sitting on top of it. Made from matte enamel cast iron, it's built to handle high heat without losing consistency. Whether you're searing something quickly or preparing multiple items side by side, it keeps the surface steady and controlled. Unlike lighter alternatives that tend to shift or wear down over time, this one is built for long-term reliability. Of course, it's not without effort. It demands a bit of care, a bit of seasoning, and a bit of patience. And yes, the weight is something you'll notice immediately. But that's also what gives it its strength. In a kitchen where multitasking is the norm, this kind of stability quietly changes the experience. It turns an ordinary cooking surface into something far more dependable, something you can actually trust when everything is happening at once. A simple upgrade, but one that changes how your stove feels every single day. Coming in at number 4 is Eosraffa Cord Organizer. A kitchen can have the best appliances in the world, but if the counter is cluttered, the entire experience starts to feel chaotic. And one of the most overlooked sources of that chaos? Cords. Always tangled, always in the way, always disrupting the flow right when you're trying to focus. In a busy double oven gas range setup, where multiple appliances are constantly being plugged in and used, that frustration becomes even more visible. The Eosraffa Cord Organizer is built to solve exactly that kind of daily annoyance. At first glance, it looks simple, almost too simple. But the moment you start using it, you realize it's designed for real-life kitchen movement. Thick cords from blenders, coffee machines, and other tools stay neatly in place instead of sliding across countertops or getting knotted in corners. The strong 3M adhesive backing gives it a firm grip on smooth surfaces, holding its position without constantly needing adjustment. Once it settles in, it becomes part of your kitchen structure, quietly doing its job in the background. Compared to basic clips that loosen over time, this feels more intentional, more stable. Of course, it does require a clean surface and a little patience during installation, but once it's set, it stays committed. And the real difference isn't just visual, it's functional. When your counters are clear, your movements become smoother. Cooking feels less interrupted. You stop fighting your environment and start flowing with it. It's not a dramatic upgrade, but it's the kind you feel every single day. At number 3 is EIOLWJIEO Stove Knob. Sometimes, the smallest part in a kitchen ends up having the biggest impact on your entire cooking experience. A single broken or worn-out stove knob can completely disrupt your rhythm. Suddenly, heat control becomes uncertain, and something as simple as adjusting the flame turns into a frustrating guessing game. In a setup inspired by the top 5 best rated double oven gas range category, precision isn't optional, it's everything. That's where the EIOLWJIEO stove knob replacement comes in. This isn't about upgrading your entire appliance. It's about restoring control to something you already rely on every day. Built with upgraded ABS 749 engineering plastic, it brings back that firm, responsive feel that many original knobs lose over time. When you turn it, it doesn't feel loose or uncertain. It feels intentional, controlled, reliable. The laser-engraved markings also play a crucial role here. Instead of fading or becoming hard to read, they stay clear, helping you adjust flame levels with confidence instead of second guessing. Compared to cheaper replacements that tend to wear out quickly or lose their grip, this one feels more stable and thoughtfully built. It's designed specifically for compatible Samsung gas models, which makes proper matching important before installation. But once it fits, the difference is immediate. It's the kind of upgrade you don't really notice at first, until you realize how much smoother cooking feels again. And if you're serious about improving your kitchen setup without spending on a full appliance replacement, this is one of those fixes that makes sense instantly. Before we move forward, if you're finding value in these practical kitchen upgrades, make sure to check the links in the description. It helps you find the right fit faster and keeps your setup running smoothly without. Coming in at number 2 is MCAMPAS Wok Ring. High heat cooking has a rhythm to it. Fast, intense, precise. But that rhythm breaks the moment your cookware doesn't stay stable. A slight wobble, a small shift, and sudden control turns into chaos, especially when you're working with a wok. In a powerful gas range setup, heat is never the problem. Stability is. The MCAMPAS Wok Ring is designed to fix exactly that. Made from high-grade cast iron, it creates a firm, grounded base for your cookware. The moment you place a wok on it, the difference becomes obvious. It doesn't slide. It doesn't tilt. It locks into place with a sense of stability that lets you focus entirely on cooking, not balancing. The precision grooves are what make that possible, holding the stove grate securely even during aggressive tossing or high heat searing. Everything stays centered, even when the cooking gets intense. Compared to lighter holders that shift under pressure, this one feels like it belongs there. Solid. Dependable. Permanent. The concave design helps keep heat focused where it should be, supporting even cooking without constant adjustment. And the open structure still allows full flame access, so you never lose control over heat intensity. It does come with added weight, and like all cast iron tools, it needs a bit of cleaning care. But what you gain in return is something far more valuable: confidence during high heat cooking. This is the kind of tool that transforms your stove into something closer to a professional cooking station. Stable, controlled, and ready for anything you throw at it. At number 1 is lubiyack Whirlpool. There's a moment in almost every kitchen's life when everything looks fine, until the smallest detail starts failing. Not the burners, not the oven, but something as simple as a control knob. And suddenly, precision disappears. In a double oven gas range setup, that loss is more serious than it seems. Because when control becomes inconsistent, everything else follows. The lubiyack Whirlpool replacement knob steps in right at that point, not to upgrade your entire kitchen, but to bring back what should never have been lost in the first place. Built with a combination of stainless steel and reinforced high-resistance ABS, it feels noticeably more solid than standard replacements. The grip is firm, the rotation is smooth, and most importantly, the control feels accurate again. When you turn it, there's no hesitation. No looseness. Just direct response. Compared to generic plastic alternatives that often feel light or unreliable, this one brings a level of stability that immediately restores confidence in your cooking. It is designed for Whirlpool gas range compatibility, so matching the model correctly is essential. But once installed, it fits with a precision that feels natural, almost like the original never failed in the first place. This isn't a flashy upgrade. It's not something that changes how your kitchen looks. But it changes how it feels to cook again. And sometimes, that's the most important upgrade of all. And the winner is the lubiyack Whirlpool knob. Because in real cooking, control isn't optional, it's everything. While the other tools improve organization, stability, or cooking surface performance, this one goes straight to the core of the experience. It restores precise flame control, the one thing every double oven gas range depends on more than anything else. Its stainless steel and reinforced ABS build give it durability that stands out in everyday use. The fit is secure, the feel is consistent, and the reliability it brings back is immediate. No complicated installation. No unnecessary adjustments. Just a direct return to control. And that's what makes it the most impactful upgrade on this list. Because when your flame responds exactly the way you expect, everything else in the kitchen falls back into place. So that was our breakdown of the top 5 best rated double oven gas range essentials. All product links are waiting for you in the description below, so make sure to check them out if you want to upgrade your kitchen setup. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more practical, real-world kitchen guides like this. See you in the next one, where better cooking starts with better control.